Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. Hi folks, Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Berry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Launches it. The offensive rebound.
Oh, man.
Oh, my
He
goodness.
had the runway,
Oh, indeed.
and he let it rip.
Nice. Oh, my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fall. Now here's Fournier. Shot clock at 5. Here's Papanikolaou. Three-pointer. Here's Vezenkov. Outside Fournier. He drops it from range.
Fournier with really quick hands there.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Out left to the wing. Pass to Campazzo. And a strong finish with two hands.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Vezenkov. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Out to the right wing. Here's Garuba. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Campazzo. Takes it inside. Here's the break. Fall passes to Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. To the paint. Here's Fall. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Campazzo. And he drives in. Banked it in off the glass.
He doesn't have the quickness of some guys, but he sees everything, including that opening.
On the wing, Fournier. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first. Here's Papanikolaou. No made baskets yet. Intercepted. Here's Campazzo. He nails it, and we're tied.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Fournier, and there's the screen. Throws it up high. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's the right play and excellent decision from Evan Fournier.
Fall's got a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here's Musa. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. There's the triple. And that one's good. Vezenkov's got 6.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Here's Campazzo. He's got 5. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Now here's Fournier. Defense right on him. Pass to Vezenkov. The three is up. Hits the trifecta. Vezenkov's got his third basket on the night right there. So it's the home team now. 8-point game. Here's Campazzo. He has 7. There's a screen from Garuba. And there's the drive from deep. Oh, what an incredible end to the corner.
Wow, incredible indeed. Waits until the very last second to let it fly. Whew.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Leading by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Here's Hezonja. Pass to Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Here's Hezonja. Just 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
This one for 3. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Pass to Deck. And the layup is good.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. That shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Here's Peters. Pass to Evans. Here's Dorsey. Yet to see a basket. Fires it. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Hezonja. He got a piece of it. In transition. Here's Dorsey. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
And really showing the athleticism, flying solo.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Pass to Deck. Back to Ibaka. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Hezonja gets the bucket.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
A minute 39 left in the first half. And there's a pick. Here he goes. Lays it up and banks it in.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
To the inside, Ibaka. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Ibaka's got his first bucket in this one. Pass to Dorsey from deep three-point land. Here's Evans. Deflects the pass. Goes back up. And the jumper is on the mark. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Here's Hazonia, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Number 5. First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of this one. Oh, sent away with authority. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for your home team.
And he makes a first.
2 shots.
It's both from the stripe.
Well, a great player on a great roll at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Fournier for 3. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They lead by a bucket. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Right wing. Wide open. And it's good. 2 points. Fournier's got 5.
Fournier, if he has a little bit of room, he's still an aggressive scorer, so the mid-range, no problem.
Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. Offline with a 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Pass to Vizenkov. Driving to the basket, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
And that one is hammered home.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle. Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, or you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The visitors with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Here's the pick. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Back to Fournier. Takes a 3. Garuba with the rebound.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. Second team foul.
A three off the inbound.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Inside, fall. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. And no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Fournier for three. Pure from three-point range. Fournier's got his third bucket of the night.
I just love the ball movement.
The three. Musa, no good. To the middle. And he goes in for the dunk.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Looking to win the run. That shot off the mark. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to fall. Here's Vezenkov. Knocks it down from distance. Vezenkov's got 14 points for the game.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
There's the three. And Campazzo pulls it down. And here comes the break. Garuba with the bucket.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
The shot by Vezenkov, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Takes the three. The shot no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Fournier for three. Gets the three to fall. Fournier's got 8 points in the quarter.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers. Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
He rifled that one in from distance. Fournier's got 11 points here in the second half. It could go. And that's not going to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. 5 to shoot. Here's Evans. Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Pass to Azonia. Here's Deck. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Evans. Shot is up. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. So many players in the league have their own podcast. Would you have had one during your career, Brent?
I think so, BA. I think it would have been a lot of fun. I mean, how cool is it to connect to your favorite players or hear stories from guys as the season is going along, than to have these guys available in your earbuds all day, every day.
They set the pick. No one near him. The three. Nails it from three.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Evans has gone 1 of 3 from distance. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Ibaka. Fires the three. Sinks the tray.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Peters. Clock at 6. Here's Evans. Puts up a deep three. And they'll get another chance. Here's Dorsey. Shot clock at 6. Fires away from way outside. Offensive rebound. From deep. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Here's Azonia. And it's off from three-point range. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Peters. Fires from way outside. A deep three. Unable to get that one.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
50 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Ibaka. For three. He buries it from three. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Puts up a deep three. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road by the time.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. James is out there at Blossingame. Then there's Brown. And it's Korkmaz at the 3, the small forward. Here's Musa. He's covered by Brown. Here's Garuba. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's James. Takes it inside. And the dunk by James.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Tavares. Pass to Garuba. 6 on the shot clock. Tavares passes to Garuba. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Here's Blossingame. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Garuba. Pass to Musa. There's a screen. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Pass to Musa. Stolen away. Down low, and then Brown with the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Pass to Korkmaz. Lets the three fly. Drills the three-pointer.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Here's Garuba. He's covered by Brown, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Awesome game.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. 1:46 left in the first quarter of the game. Driving in. A nice shot by Campazzo. 1:33 left to play in the first. Pass to Papagiannis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Campazzo. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Brown kicks to James. 58 seconds left in the first.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Brown's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Here's Campazzo. 9 points in the game so far. Musa with the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Brown outside. The screen from Brown. Here's Korkmaz. Knocks down the 3 ball. Korkmaz has got 6.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
James looking it over. There's the pick. And James throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
No good on that one. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Corniche, and it's Maniunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hezonja on the wing. He's guarded by Diallo. Finish off by Hezonja.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's a Kobo. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Huey. It's hauled in by Diallo.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
To the paint. Here's Manajunas. And the jam by Manajunas.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Diallo. Hasn't made one yet. Akobo, the pass to Diallo. 6 to shoot. To the inside, Manajunas. And the jam by Manajunas.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Here's Huey. It's Hezonja in the corner. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Akobo, that's good.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Now here's Diallo. Hezonja defending. The 3-ball. Diallo, no good. Pass to Depp. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Akobo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Here's Huey. No scoring in this one. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Akobo. A 3-pointer off the mark. And now here's Hezonja. He's guarded by Diallo. And Hezonja gets it to go. Hezonja's got 6.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded. There's the screen. Goes up from the top of the key. No good that time.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Ibaka's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Here's Huey. No good with the finger roll.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Blasingame. Lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Depp. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Outside, James. Good if it goes. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Up by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
They won't see home sweet home for a while, but sometimes the road creates solidarity for the guys, team unity.
Especially. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the home team.
You talked about
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's Musa in at the two-guard spot. Brown outside. Brown sets a screen for James. It's tipped.
Home team foul. Campazzo. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the home team drives to the hoop. Wassengame the pass to James. Off target from the wing.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Wassengame hits it from three-point range. Wassengame's got 11 points.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Here's Garuba, and the layup's good off the glass. He's got 7.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And James throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
There's Wassengame, 11 points in the game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Here's Campazzo. Drops in the layup for 2.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
They get the rebound. On the wing, Brown. And finished off by Brown.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Campazzo. He's got 11.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Here's Papagiannis. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Garuba. It's good from long range. Garuba's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
James outside. And James throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Papagiannis can't hit. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. The three-pointers right on target.
The adjustments they've made offensively they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Here's Tavares. Nothing on the board. Pass to Campazzo. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Wasengame. He's got 11. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And here comes the break. And here we go. Finishes the break with a slam.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Here's Brown. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Musa. 24 seconds left to play in the third.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's the three. That shot, no good. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Up 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Huey, and it's Jack in at the power forward position. There's the killer two-handed slam.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Down low. It's 2-on-1. Here's Ibaka. Finished off the break.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Back to Diallo. Fires from deep. A rebound by Hazania. Diallo's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
At the line for 3, Hazania.
And he's good on the first of 3. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And he makes all 3.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's a Kobo. Banked in off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Shots good by Ibaka.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
They set the pick. Here's a Kobo. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Huey. Up top, Ibaka. Clock at 4. Missed inside. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer. The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Huey's got 4 this quarter.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Diallo.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
Off the inbound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And so he hits both.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Pass to Eunice. James outside. 1:16 left in the game. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
The free throw drops for Eunice.
Hey, those and one plays can really be backbreakers in a close game.
Campazzo, the pass to Hazania. Ibaka with the screen on Diallo. And Hazania gets it to go. And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And the home team has possession. Hazania on the wing. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Pass to Campazzo. Right wing. Three-pointer. Musa can't hit. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's a Kobo. Now James. Launches it. Misses. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Korkmaz. Puts up a three. No good on the shot. And here's the fast break. And he dunks it down.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now James. And slam dunk by James.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Down low. And Brown with the stuff.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Outside Fournier. Here's the three. Connects from downtown. Fournier's got 6 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Brown for three. Counted from distance.
Well, a sharp start for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
Check by James. They set the pick. And he lobs lobs it up top.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish, bringing it down with some attitude. The three is up. The rebound by Vezenkov.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Check by James. Back to Fournier. Inside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Fournier covering. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Brown with the stuff.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Out to the wing. Here's Vezenkov. That three's off the mark. James, right side. And slam dunk by James.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
And he can't jam it through. 1:33 left in the first quarter. And the jam by Brown.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Brown's gone 4 of 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Pass to Vezenkov. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the long J.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Here's Korkmaz. Offensive board. Brown passes to James. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. James has got 7 points.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
Here's Vezenkov. The 3 ball. From deep 3-point range. Hauled in by Brown. Pass to Korkmaz. To the paint. 24 seconds left in the first. The 3-pointer off the mark. Here we go. Here's Vezenkov. From outside, off the mark. Kick out to Brown. They set a pick. Lets it go from deep. The shot that time not on target. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied. Stay with us now as we get set to... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've really been racking up 3-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Here's Peters. Let's go with a 3. Fires in the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Knocks down the triple.
And showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Here's Papanikolaou. And he drops that one in. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Matajunas. Pass to Akobo. They set the screen. Drives to the hoop. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. So he gets them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Evans. No points yet. Here's Peters. Oh, misses the dunk.
With not a defender in sight, there's no one to blame but himself.
Here's Akobo. 5 points in the game. Hits a three-pointer. Give him 8.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Papanikolaou. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Peters. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Pass to Diallo. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Woo! He just levitated in the air, double pump, and then slammed it home.
How about the D right there? They just got out of the way. They let him choose what kind of move he wanted to make. Here's Peters. Here's Evans. Still no points. Driving in. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his third before the half.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Montejunas. No good on the three. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Ball's going up the court. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
To the inside, Corneli. The layup off target.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. Akobo, no good. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
35 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Dorsey. 6 to shoot. Tries the spin move. Scores off the spin.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Montejunas. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. 3-on-3. From outside the arc. And the three-pointer goes. 9 points in the game.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 4. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Vezenkov. Here's Fall. Pass to Vezenkov. Fires from deep. He can't hit that time. Vezenkov's got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. Here's Korkmaz. It's James on the wing. Fournier covering. Shot's good by James. James has got 9 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
On the wing, Fournier. On target from range.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Pass to Vezenkov. There's a screen. Here's Fall. From downtown, Korkmaz pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And that one's good. James.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective. Taking it right to the defense. On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Shot to stop the run. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
For 3, James. They get the rebound. Pass to Korkmaz. James outside. Back to Korkmaz. And here's James. Launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Fall.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
Fournier with the ball. He's got 9. And a two-handed jam. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
James up top. The layup misses.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Outside Fournier. There's a screen. Pass to Vezenkov. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul, first team.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To halt the run. And the layup is good.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Going inside, and he jams it home with authority.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Just making it look good. The finger roll, such a classy move.
Here's Peters, defended by Brown. Three-pointer. Drops in the three. Dorsey's got 5 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The deep three. That shot missing.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. For three. Drills it from deep. He's got 6. 19 seconds left in the third. Here's Evans. Check by James. The shot by Evans, no good. Outside, Brown. And no good. Trying to get that with the fall. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. They lead by a bucket. And we're just moments. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Diallo gets the bucket. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
To the wing, right side. Here's Dorsey, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Matajunas. Pass to Diallo. And here's the fast break. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. 6 on the shot clock.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Here's Akobo. Fires for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Evans. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Krilexxx. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Corneli. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Pass to Dorsey. From the arc. The shot no good. Corneli passes to Diallo. Driving inside. And he slams it in one-handed. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
There's a screen. Launches a 3. And Dorsey gets it to go.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Evans. Here's Peters. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
for three. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Here's krilexxx. With the drive. Soft touch off the glass. krilexxx has got his first 2 points.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Both teams deciding to change it up. To the left side wing. Covered by Diallo. Back to Fournier. Pass to Vizenkov. And the 3 off target. 35 seconds left to play in the 4th.
And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Here's the pick. He takes it in. Money!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
James inside. It's off!
The officials were right on top of that one.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch.
The home team calls timeout. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim, because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbounds. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
And the visitors call time here. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
And there's not enough time to catch and shoot, so they'll have to tip it in off the inbound pass.
Puts it up off the inbound. And so they get the victory here at home. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous...
It's NBA basketball. On 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Tavares in at the center position.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Campazzo. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Okay, two hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. It's Fournier on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Here's Campazzo. Driving to the basket. And he banks in the layup. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Fournier. From outside the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that three-point opportunity. Nicely done.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Papanikolaou. Now, here's Fournier. And he uses the glass on the layup. Fournier's got 5 points so far.
I'd like to see more of this from Evan Fournier. He's proven he has the size and touch to score inside.
There's a good screen. Inside. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Tavares. Just 4 to shoot. The three. Fall with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And here's Fournier. Pass to Papanikolaou. Back to Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. From past the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Musa. Good, nice job down low.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Papanikolaou. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. This one for 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Papanikolaou's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's Tavares. And there it is for him.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Outside Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Fournier pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Launches a three. Rebound by Tavares. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Pass to Campazzo. And it's off from three-point range. Outside Fournier. Baseline J on the way. It's good. Fournier's got 7 points in the game. The three-pointer, no good. The shot missing. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Up 6. And we'll be back right after. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
They've got Huey, and it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. Pass to Dorsey. Evans feeling it out a bit. Lets it go with a three. A rebound by Hazanya.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ibaka for three. And he's good on the three ball. Ibaka's got himself on the board with three there.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Into the lane. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Huey. Pass to Depp. And now, here's Hazanya. Defense is right there. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Dorsey, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Deck. Ibaka outside. And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Evans bounce pass for three. Connects from three-point range. Peters has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Huey, the pass to Deck. It's stolen. Now Dorsey. Still yet to score. They set the pick. Pass to Peters. Fires the three. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And Hazanya gets it to go. 1:58 left in the first half. Here's Dorsey. The three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Ibaka. Shoots the three. Hands it from downtown.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
The shot's good from Evans. Evans has got his first bucket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Azania gets it to go.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Lets it fly. Nice shot by Evans. Evans has got 4 this quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
.52 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Fall passes to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Outside Fournier. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Vezenkov. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Vezenkov's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Huey, still without a basket. And now, here's Hazonia. Finished off by Hazonia.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
His selections is touch phenomenal. It's the kind of shooting night some people dream about, except for me.
And next, a look at some of the possible participants for this season's dunk contest. Thanks for joining us. Now
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The visitors with the ball, trailing by 4. They've got Fall, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 slot. Pass to Tavares. And it's Musa in at the 2 guard. Here's Papanikolaou, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first free throw of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4-man position. Garuba's shot is off. And it's Campazzo in at the point guard. Vezenkov, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Vezenkov's got his second bucket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Fournier passes to Fall. Outside Fournier. 4 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Second team foul.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Puts up a deep 3. Puts up a deep 3. Garuba's shot is off.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Outside Fournier. On the top of the key, buries the jump shot. Fournier's got 9.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Garuba. Misses the 3.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game, it's beautiful. The tray, that one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Garuba. And he drives in, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus. This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Over to the left wing. Here's Musa, started by Fournier.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Driving inside. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, solid at recognizing when to attack on the interior. Fournier staying aggressive.
Here's Campazzo. Lays it up off the glass.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to Vizenkov. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's the screen. Pass to Papanikolaou. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Fournier for 3, and no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the shooting guard position. Hezonja on the wing, and the 3 ball is good.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Outside Fournier. From downtown, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Ibaka right side. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Good on the 3-point shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
to the middle. Fall passes to Papanikolaou. Here he goes. And the rejection by Ibaka. Fires for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Outside Fournier. And he lays it straight in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And now here's Hazonia. Not a lot of room.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Hazonia's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. They set the screen. Pass to Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Hazonia defending. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
Here's Huey. Ibaka outside. Nailed from three-point land. Ibaka's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
No, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Papanikolaou, the pass to Fournier. .130 left in the 4th quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Fournier's got 13 points in the second half. Hazonia with the ball. It's good.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Pass to Papanikolaou. And here's Fournier. There's the triple. The rebound by Ibaka.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And Huey kicks to Hazonia. Ibaka with the screen on Fournier. Just 5 to shoot. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Vizenko. Now here's Fournier. D right on him. With the drive. Powered down with both hands.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
They get it back, and Ibaka kicks to Hazonia. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. From deep three-point territory. Offensive rebound. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.
You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
To the middle. Out to James. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds. Away team ball.
Here's Campazzo. With the crossover. And he lays it in.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Off target from three-point range. Pass to Musa. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far, a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
Here's James. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Team foul. James. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's Campazzo. And that one good.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
James passes to Brown. No good from outside.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Musa. No good on the triple.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive and they've been proficient.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Really left him alone that time. Campazzo's got 7 points in the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Korkmaz. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Campazzo. He's got 7. There's a screen. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Second chance effort. Left side, Brown. Pass to Korkmaz. James with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. There's the drive. And James throws it down.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Here's Musa. Takes a 3. James with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Musa. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. That one drops for him.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Korkmaz on the wing. Pass to Brown. The three. He buries it from three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Garuba. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Jacks up a three. Not going to go that time. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Away team foul. Baseline, Garuba. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the home team now. They trail by 1. To the left wing. Here's krilexxx.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Pass to Azonia. He gets it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes a back and forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
And that one misses. Here's Madrid. Pass to Akobo. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Azonia. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Akobo to the paint. Here's Madrid. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's exactly how you make a statement. He pulls off a move we might not even see in the slam dunk contest.
You think he planned that one? I think it looked like he had one of those dunks that just kind of happened.
I agree.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Diallo on the wing. Here's krilexxx. Clock at 6. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Deck, that's good.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Diallo outside. The 3 ball. The 3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Diallo's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Ibaka for 3. The rebound by Corneli. Here's Madrid. The fadeaway. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Ibaka, good. Here's Akobo. And he converts the layup.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area. Huh.
Pass to Azonia. puts up a deep three. The steal. Here's a Kobo. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the three. 7 points in the game.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Diallo outside, into the lane, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Hits the trifecta.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the three ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
That one from long range. And 1:01 left in the second period. Pass to Azonia. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to Ibaka. And there's a pick. The three is up. Nails it from three. Ibaka's got 5. Ibaka's gone 1 for 3 from deep tonight. Here's a Kobo. 7 points in the game. Three-pointer. The shot misses. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's James. On the take. Oh, and the jam by James.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Garuba with the bucket.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Musa. And he hits it to tie the game.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Here's Garuba. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Well, we got a close game here in Los Angeles. Brown can't hit. Brown's gone 1 for 3 on the night. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Now, here is James. 9 points in the game. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Pass to Campazzo. And he banks in the layup. Campazzo's got 9.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
James deciding where to go with it. He shoots. It's Brown on the wing. From downtown, hits a three-pointer.
Slow defensive rotation, causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Garuba, defended by Brown. Uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Sends it home from three-point land.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Campazzo. And he lays it up and in.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
James outside. Lets it fly. That's short off the rim.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Musa. Here's Campazzo. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Campazzo's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. James, that's good. James has got 9 points now in the second half.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Garuba, high post. Pass to Musa. There's a screen from Garuba. Misses the three. And a miss there on the triple. On the break. And he throws it down with one hand.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Leading by a point. And don't go away. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Ibaka. And the jam by Ibaka.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
They get it again. Corneli, that's good.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. And that one is hammered home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Hezonja, covered by Diallo. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
Here's krilexxx, and the layup is good off the glass. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. krilexxx has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hezonja. No good with the triple.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Here's a Kobo. The offensive rebound. Here's krilexxx. Takes the 3, and the three-pointer goes.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And the visitors call time here. Both teams will make substitutions. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Okay, thanks, Allie. That shot is good by Campazzo. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer. B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Covered by Diallo. Pass to Garuba. Campazzo. Here's Hezonja. Off target with the 3. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Brown with the drive.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Here's Hezonja. Three-pointer off the mark.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
A nice shot by Brown.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Back to Campazzo. James with a steal. Brown passes to Diallo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Campazzo. Fires from way outside. Hauled in by Brown.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Garuba. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land, the long-distance 3 is buried. Campazzo with a steal.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
fires away from way outside. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This one was in the balance right until the
It's an NBA afternoon game here on this Thursday. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Fast break, here they come. And that one's good. Hookmans.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Outside Fournier. James covering. Drills it from outside.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Now here's James. There's the three. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Sinks the triple. He's got 6.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Ryan with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Fournier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Papagiannis. And the three off target. Pass to Vezenkov. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to James. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Fournier launches it from deep. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Now here's James, guarded closer. And that's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Tries a three off the inbound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Pass to Vezenkov. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Wassengain. He started by Fournier. Basket good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
It's hauled in by Brown. Pass to Papagiannis. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Here's Vezenkov. From the arc. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 4 so far. Now here's James. He's guarded closer.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Free throw good. James. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for James.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Evans feeling it out a bit, looking to end the run, and he hits the jumper for 2. 52 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Akobo over to the wing. Here's Diallo. No good with the triple. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's the pick. Evans kicks to Peters. 4 on the clock. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's a Kobo. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Leading by just 2. And we'll be back with you right. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
We've got Peters, and it's Dorsey in at the shooting guard. Inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
And here's Evans outside, hits the three-point bomb. Evans has got 5 now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Driving the lane. Pass to Dorsey. There's the screen. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Beyond the arc. A Kobo. That's good. He's got 8. And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Here's Peters, and it's Evans in the corner. Takes a 3, sinks the three-pointer. Evans has got 6 here in this quarter.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Back to Motiejunas. On the jam by Motiejunas.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pass to Papanikolaou. From deep. Buries it from three-point range. Papanikolaou's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's a Kobo. Diallo has the open look. Drains the three-pointer.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Dorsey passes to Peters. Here's Dorsey. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Out to the right wing. There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. Shot good by Diallo.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Dorsey down low, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Peters kicks to Evans. Pass to Peters. For the 3. Coates grabs the board. Here's a Kobo. 8 points for him. 55 seconds left to play here in the half. The shot by Evans, nobody around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Evans has got 11 points. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
The way this passes to Okobo. There's a screen by Modiunas. Jacks up a 3. And it's Okobo missing.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Modiunas grabs the miss. 20 seconds left in the first half. Diallo the pass to Okobo. Over Dorsey. Okobo. That's good. 10 points for him. 7 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Papanikolaou. Can't nail the jump. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, now that we're close to knowing who will be participating, some of these guys may be in the gym early and leaving late shooting. Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed, and that is our.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. James is out there with Blossingame. Then there's Brown, and it's Korkmaz in the small forward position. Outside Fournier. There's a screen. Pass to Vezenkov. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Blossingame. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. Back to Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. No good on the triple. Blossingame the pass to Papagiannis. They get it again. There's Blossingame to the inside. The kick out to Brown. 4 on the shot clock. From downtown, Fall with the rebound.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
To the wing right side. Here's Vezenkov. And a miss there on the triple. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. No one near James as he lets it go. Good on the triple. James has got 5 points so far.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
It's Fournier on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A tight game here in Los Angeles. And here's Brown outside. Another shot and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. And you take a look at this home team. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And you know right now for the visiting team, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
Here's Papagiannis. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Up and in on the layup.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And James drills them both. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Vezenkov. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 6.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Now here's James.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Here's Korkmaz. Puts up a 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Vezenkov. Trains the three-pointer. Vezenkov's got 9. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
From deep, James. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Vezenkov. Pass to Fournier. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Vezenkov. And he gets it to go from the corner. Vezenkov's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Out to the right wing. There's 45 seconds left in the third. James kicks to Papagiannis. James looking it over. To stop the run. From past the arc. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 6th rebound on the night.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
16 seconds left to play here in the third. It's stolen by Brown. On the wing, James lets the 3 fly. The 3-pointer is right on target. He's got 10. Here's Papanikolaou, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. They're up. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Diallo out there at Corniche, and it's a Kobo in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Corniche. It's to Diallo. Shoots the 3. No good on that one.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Now here's Evans. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dorsey. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
They set the pick. Here's a Kobo. Takes it off the glass.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
Here's Papanikolaou. Tries again. Kicks it out to Evans. Tries yet again. He lays it in.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Evans has gotten everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's great. And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Lets it go from deep. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Evans has got 19 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
There's a screen by Modiunas. Puts up a deep 3. Diallo, no good. Diallo's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. There's the steal. Okobo looking over the floor. Fires from way outside. Peters grabs the miss. Peters has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
There's the pick. Pass to Evans. On baseline, Jay, and the shot is good. He's got 21.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. On the clock. Here's Papanikolaou. He's guarded by Diallo. Papanikolaou's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Here's Krilexxx. His 3-pointers off the mark. Now Dorsey. .104 left in the 4th. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
Oh, man, what a shot. Get that from another time zone.
Diallo with it. Buries it from 3-point range.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Here's Dorsey. From deep 3-point land. Launches from deep. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
From deep 3-point land. That shot missing. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home.